Yo, test it then. It's yours truly, Madness KMA, and I am back once again with another exclusive Garage Report. What's happening? Afternoon. We don't say that. We say test it then. It's yours truly, Madness KMA. And we're back again with another exclusive. And I'm keeping on the strength of the last recent episodes where I've crossed over the waters with the US side influence that they had with the UK house and garage movement from its inception, and that cannot ever be denied. So what I'm doing here is highlighting the greats that influenced us, me, many others, in fact all of us, from the first wave of garage producers. From the best of the best, we learned skill set from what the US was doing, because you cannot deny the fact that where house music came from, the US. So we're talking about the different states, 52 states over there. However, they had their core elements from Chicago, Detroit, New Jersey, Washington, DC. Beat them all up. Enough respect. I hail and salute the stateside, because their influence and what we picked up over here as DJs and producers, before we was even producing, perhaps me in particular, we listened to this sound, we played their sounds from 1993 when I started off in house and garage alongside the first wave of garage DJ producers. And again, I come from a station that was notorious for breaking music like this, because we used to play these tunes in the small clubs, the tiny sweat boxes, to build up the audience to know the sound of what we loved. It was our garage culture. Now, I said this on Pirate Chronicles series channel live that I did when I done it behind the scenes for the members only, doing my voiceover section, which you already know that I do when I say, you know, voiceover, and I click the fingers and all that, right? So the influences that they had with us, it's an inspiring sound that they developed, the B-sides. Now, you hear us talk about this on the first wave. We would always say about that. We played the B-side dub versions of what they did. You know, you have the best of the best, and they're all going to be featured within this section here, which I call the Garage Report grassroots of where the sound and influence came from, because you cannot deny that, right? So today, again, is another huge episode. Now, going through his collection, I was bouncing around with my headphones on in my bedroom, on my bed, collecting the files and putting them from this file to that folder and making sure I had it all selected. Who am I talking about today? Marc Kinchen, MK. Now, his sound, don't ramp with Marc Kinchen. MK's sound is phenomenal when it comes to the influence of house and garage in the UK. Now, I'm gonna break it down in the voiceover section, so big up to all those that was on my live, that was on the YouTube live right here on the channel, where I was testing it out for my first ever live to go behind the scenes and show you how I do the voiceover section. Well, this is the complete version and how it gets in context with the format of the show. So now, it brings me down to that all-important voiceover section where we break it down with the insight information from the legendary Marc Kinchen, MK. Voiceover.
Garage Report Voiceover Season 2 this week features another producer that helped influence the scene from the very beginning from the United States of America. It's MK, Marc Kinchen. Marc Kinchen, better known simply as MK, is a true pioneer of the house music scene. Born in Detroit, MK brought a new flavor to the early 90s dance scene, blending soulful vocals, deep bass lines, and infectious piano hooks to create a sound of his own. His groundbreaking tracks like Burning, Always, featuring Elena and Somebody New, became underground anthems, not just in the US, but across the Atlantic, inspiring a new generation of UK DJs and producers. MK's signature style, chopped up vocals, heavy grooves and rolling beats was very much unique for its time. It laid the foundation and a big inspiration for the birth of UK house and garage. His dub of Nightcrawlers, Push the Feeling was a game changer, dominating clubs, pirate radio and the charts, becoming one of the most influential dance records of the decade, and still to this day. In a time when house music was evolving fast, MK bridged the gap between deep house and a new, raw, more soulful UK sound. His remixes, dubs, and original productions shaped the DNA of UK house and garage, inspiring legends like Tough Jam, Todd Edwards, MJ Cole, Artful Dodger, and more, setting the blueprint for the future with his influence on British club culture. Today, MK remains a global icon, but for true heads, his early 90s work will always be remembered as a spark that lit up the UK underground forever, changing the sound of house and garage music, which is why today on the Garage Report we induct him into the UK Garage Hall of Fame.
So back on the other side of the information ad breaks right there, I'm doing the pirate style, information ad breaks, and like I said, his catalogue is another one to be reckoned with, man. His force of dominance and sound and the culture that we brought from the US over to us and was playing it like religious anthems, like the soundtracks of our life. Well, Marc Kinchen was part of that. So inside the Modified section, we go inside now where I changed my chosen four. You know, I always do a four selection out of their catalogue, and I had 5 and 6, and I'm still not sure, because I like to play and pick out the music that I know gets a reaction, right? For you to be able to understand the essence of that producer or production outfit. And I must say a big up to 95 North as well. And thank you so much to Doug for doing the voiceover. If you haven't seen that or heard it, go through to the short section and you will hear the voiceover that he did and explaining with the question that I posed to him. How did the US side of producers feel about us in the UK picking up their sound, and did you even know what it really meant to our culture and the grassroots of our influence? And you'll listen and you'll hear exactly what he said. And it's like many producers over the stateside. They're in a big, huge country with 52 states within, and they don't know necessarily what's going on in the UK unless someone tells them, or they get tape cassettes from back in the day and it flies over abroad and someone says, did you know that the UK really rate and recommend your sound? Well, you know, I'm trying to choose the four, and I've got them written down, and I had to remove it and then replace it, and I've gone with these. These are my chosen four today. As I always ask the Report family, leave your comments down below in the comment section and let me know on the landscape video right here, or even on the shorts on YouTube as well as on Instagram and TikTok, what tracks you would have chosen as your favorite from MK. So let's go with this. Entry number 1. Now, I had this on vinyl again. In 1991, he produced this track, which got remixed and reworked over the years. So you should know the vocal, familiar to it. And he teamed up with this vocalist, Elena, many times with big anthems. But this one will get the Modify crew going crazy. Burning, the vibe mix, the extended 12-inch on 1991 Area 10 Records. Let's go. If that don't inspire you today in 2025, come closer, then you don't know the true sound of underground, the sounds of house and garage. You don't know. If that doesn't inspire you or get your head moving like mine, or feel that emotion on your face, then you don't know house and garage. You don't know. Round of applause for a big entry number one. Come on. Elena on the vocals. Burning. How many times has that been reworked over the years? But did you know the original from that one? 1991. Come on, let's have it right. Genius. So entry number two, around the same era, on the notorious Strictly Rhythm label. Now, shout out to Strictly Rhythm, shout out to BMG that has the whole entire Strictly Rhythm catalogue. I hate and salute BMG. Big up to Andy, all those behind the scenes in the offices that push this label now and has the whole catalogue. And this one here, I would love to hear Tough Jam do a rework of this. Kelsey, boy. K.E.L.S.E.Y. Kelsey. Boy. MK, the deep dub mix. Strictly Rhythm. This is again another freak anthem. Now this was the soundtrack to what we was playing in the small clubs to build the bigger clubs. These anthems are what we played on our main stages back then. Now there is another version to that, but I thought I'd play the dub version and switch it across because, again, what sounds so basic, the vocal chops and the way he samples. I don't know what, moving on, what's the other bit? I don't know. But it just gives me goosebumps because I remember those sweatbox clubs back in the day, the smallest clubs where we had hundreds. We had that in the earliest movement of garage culture being built. Yeah. We go through to entry number 3. Entry number 3, and again, I told you it was so hard because originally I had in there as well MK's remix of Jodeci's Freaking You. Come on, talk to me down below in the comment section. Now, Jodeci's Freaking You, big tune on the R&B, big tune on that original version. But see MK's remix, that was Freak's national anthem. And of course, the tune is called Freaking You. What was our rave called? What was our main promotion? Freaking You. Now you see the correlation? Come on, the influence from the US. But I took it out because I had others that I have to play within the format. And I was going to say, shall I change the format to make it 6 tunes? But no, it's the chosen 4. We know how it goes. It's the chosen 4, right? So this one again featuring Elena on the vocals. And when I found the 12-inch version, and I thought, this is it, because online you will find the different mixes and the different adaptations of it, but this version here is personal. Always Elena and MK team up again in 1992, again had this on a white label vinyl. That's musical genius from back then, 1992. That influenced us. We didn't have big bass tunes the way you know it today of UK Garage. But if you was from the original inception in 93, then you will know. You will know these tunes. We had the whole dance super packed. For those that remember in North London, because they talk about South London a lot, and big up the South London crew for your influence that you did in the creation of this genre and helped to build as we did. South Side, and of course in North Side, we had Freak FM. And then to go out in the smallest clubs, for those that remember, back to the Manor. Down below in the comment section, chat to me. If you remember the Manor Club in Manor House, North London, that was our hunting ground. That was our stomping ground. And we built that from Back to the Manor. Big up the original team, right? Yeah. And then it transformed into Freaks in the Manor. Yeah, now you know history. That's facts. That is facts. And we was playing tunes like this. We would do after parties at the Mousetrap. We would do after parties at Dungeons. We would do after parties at someone's yard. And that is where we just continue to play this music and get people on it. They were on it, on the vibe of music. Don't get it twisted. I won't talk about, that's a different story. But we're talking about the music of that day and that era. 1992, that's amazing. It sounds great still to this day. And anyone from my era that was a part of that movement, and if you was part of that freak movement from Back to the Manor to Freaks in the Manor, and of course the 101.8 Express, you would be singing along and saying madness. Oh my God. Oh my days, bro. Yeah. Okay, let's speed it up and let's go through to 1996. And I thought this one is only right that I played this one. And again, it was so hard because there's more underground cuts that I could play, but I didn't. I took out the Freaking You Jodeci remix, remember, and that was the Freak National Anthem. But this one here, again, we bossed them tune. Professional Widow, Tori Amos, MK, 1996, the fourth and final entry on the Modify section today. Come on. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Well, do say something down below in the comment section. Come on. Huge audience. Round of applause. You know my Report family audience. We represent, man. I notice it when I listen and I see people's mixes that they're playing old school. And I'm seeing the same tunes that are featured in the Garage Report. That's influencing. And I appreciate. But just remember, share the videos out, drop your comments down below. Don't feel no way, don't get embarrassed about your government name and all in ones there for the older generation. Just drop a comment down below, represent for your guy, because I'm here holding it up. I'm flying a big flag, and each week I write the love letter to garage music that we love. Come on. MK, a phenomenal producer. There were so many more. And he hasn't stopped. He's still out there as a mainstay DJ and, of course, a top producer from, a top league from then till now. Yeah. Remember the big anthem as well with my homeboy, Damon C. Scott, Storm Queen. Remember the big tune there? Look right through. Yeah, man. Big up to Damon if you're locked on, my bro. Big up yourself, big bro. Yeah, man. Enough respect. And I just want to draw the dots and make sure you're connected to know the sound, the influence that we had. And if you're old school, if you're playing old school DJ set of garage, then I'm giving you some more ideas of what to do and what to play, just to highlight and remind you of its greatness. Which brings me to this part. You cannot duplicate what we do here at the Garage Report. You cannot clone what is happening here at the Garage Report. The numbers are small on YouTube for now. It's a small community. Join the membership. There's a new membership features, level 1, 2, and 3. Do that. It's all good to go. And I tell you this, no matter what they do, many tried and fried and lied, but they still couldn't catch. Those that know would know. Anyway, it brings us to this point of the show where we will induct Marc Kinchen, MK, into the Garage Hall of Fame. Round of applause. Big round of applause. Report audience. It's only me that's got the audience. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? They try it, but you don't need to try a team. They can't do it like this. Come on, man. Come on. Cannot be replicated. But the sound that influenced our garage culture, I was there. I saw it. I witnessed it. We was part of it. And that is an amazing sound from MK into the Garage Hall of Fame. Like, subscribe, comment and share with yours truly, Madness KMA. Share out the videos, it really does help. And make sure you tag me in it. That's why I put my watermarks all over it so you can't deny where it came from. This is what we do week in, week out. Separate the facts from the fiction. This is yours truly, Madness KMA. I'm out.
I hear for you and me.